Hey everybody, it's Lynn here from A Bit of Birdsong. It is Saturday morning and I am out in Papertown. I'm out here working on some things and I'm also wanting to show you the fun packs. I want to show you some fun packs that I am listing like I normally do. In the future, I'm probably going to start listing these through Etsy, but these today, I'm going to take payment through PayPal only. And I've got 11 of these. So let me show you what's in here. I also have my scale here. And let me tell you how much this whole thing weighs. It could vary a tiny bit from pack to pack just because of vintage items. So this is 1 pound, 9.5 ounces. I try to get it close to 2 pounds without going too close because I want to be able to mail these and not have the postage be outrageous. These packs have some fun items. Each one has got a spool of this like baker's twine. You can break it. I did break off a tiny piece of that, as you could see, and let's go ahead and just trim that edge. You probably only lost a couple of inches there, but I did want to demonstrate. So there's a lot on here. These spools seemed to be new, even though, okay, it says 25 yards. Even though it's way down low, I think it's because it's so thin. But these can be used for a number of things. To go in tags, you can use these for binding. Just realize that, you know, you don't want to pull too hard. And then each one has a new spool of this satiny ribbon. It's the green and white polka dots. You could use this for a lot of things. You can use it for junk journals, for tags, and you could even use it for wrapping at Christmas time. 25 yards of that as well. And then each one has a yard of this trim that's really pretty sparkly trim. So I did happen upon quite a few types of ribbon and just was able to luck out and buy some. Now this is fun. Each one has one of these and it appears to be a key ring, but I love these wings on here. It's got a bead on it that the bead doesn't appear to be glass or metal. I don't think it's that heavy, but you could definitely use that for something. It is so cute, very cute. And then each one has one of these decorative keys. I don't think it's truly vintage. I think it's meant to look that way, but they're still pretty. And each one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides. And these are the heavy paper, different types. They're not all the same. And then each one has a pack of these little cards and folders. So, and these may vary. I don't remember if they're all exactly the same design, but it's basically journaling cards and little folders and things. You can distress these up or use them like they are. I tend to distress things a little bit because I don't want them to look perfect and pristine. That's just the way I roll, but you can do it however you want to. Then each one has, let's see, a couple of postcards. They're going to be all different kinds. Again, that's where the tiny variations in weight might take place, and it's where the packs differ. Some postcards are heavier, some are lighter, some are old, some are older. And then each one has a couple of sheets of this. I've seen this before, and I don't know if these, I don't know what these are. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to take the gold and the silver off of here and use it on something, but I just think they're pretty pages, and you can do with those whatever you want to. And then each one has a piece from a music book that is still intact. It's the whole page. So that would be ready to use as a journal page. And then each one has a couple of these pieces of envelopes that still have the stamps and the postmarks. Each one has one of these pretty envelopes, and they may be a bit sticky. They're older, I should say, Hallmark cards. And there, I got that one loose. I cannot promise that they will all come loose that easily. And then there are some, these are fun. These came with some photo albums that these are just meant to pop into the binding and just different designs. I think it's fun to use this ragged edge in junk journals. So you could use these to make pockets and tabs. They're just different designs. And since they went with a photo album, I think they were meant to complement that sort of thing. Like, see, it says smile over here. Then each one has a pack of stickers. There may be 2 different kinds, but it's just they're new stickers, especially like for planning and stuff. I'm not going to open that. That'll be a surprise. And then each one has a couple of pages from somebody's stamp collection. They're all going to be different, with different stamps, maybe different amounts of stamps. And then each one has a page from an old yearbook with the students. Each one has a full page or 2, let's see, from an old magazine. This is 1915, and you could see that has a tear in it, but just really fun. I mean, I love to look at the old ads in these. Each one has a page from this clock movements and supplies. So there's all sorts of stuff in that. There's a little handwritten page from a letter. And then here are some pages from a seed book, an old seed book. I wonder if the year is on here. I don't remember. I know it was older. I don't see that. And then a page from an old, like a nature book. That's really old. And let's see, is that a whole sheet of a music book, another music page, and then we have a page from a book about transportation. Here is an old letter, 1904, about gold shares, gold mine, that kind of thing. And then here's a page from a fashion book. That's 1882 is what it says up here. I know this was old. Anyway, so here is another page from the designer. And then there are a few pages from a Tasha Tudor book that I had 2 copies of. And I love her gardens. Well, she's gone now, and she's been dead for a little while, but I used to love to get inspiration from her garden. That's why I had the books when I had my own large cottage garden. And then each pack has 3 pages of just plain white paper that still has these holes where it was on a wire binding. And then each one has a piece of wallpaper. And then, okay, let me pull this out. Each one has another piece of wallpaper. This is old, very pretty. It can be a little bit brittle, but that was on a roll and I straightened it out. I had it flattened, so hopefully it won't roll up too much. And then each one has 10 pages from a large dictionary. And of course the illustrations are all going to be different. You know, pulling like 110 pages from a book, it's hard to just pour over each page and make sure that, you know, the illustrations are just amazing and whatever, but they're all cool. And then each one has 2 pages from a very large music book, and they're still intact. And this paper is awesome. I love the feel of this paper. So there's that. Each one has a calendar page. They are not all flowers. This calendar was more about color. So they're all really bright. It might be different things. It might be food. It might be spices. It might be yarn, but just really pretty. And then, so this is sort of lightweight scrapbook paper that's white on the back. And I do like to use paper like this. I like the lighter weight paper sometimes to make envelopes. You can distress the other side. But let's see, so this is 3. That one's a little heavier. 4, 5, it looks like there's duplicates in there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's say 13 or 14 because I'm not sure if I accidentally had these 2 stuck together. I'm just going to leave these. I tried to avoid duplicates, but again, when you're counting for so many packs and you're using a large stack of paper to do that, it's really hard to make sure that there are 0 duplicates. I did try, and you can tell that I think that's the only duplicate in this one. But just fun scrapbook paper to work with. And I think this is a very fun pack. I'm going to enjoy working with mine. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this video. You can leave comments underneath the video. If you don't have a YouTube account, or if you, you can email me at abitofbirdsong@gmail.com. And some of us communicate a lot on Etsy because I'm on Etsy most of the time. So these packs are $28. That includes shipping, US only. I cannot afford to ship. Oh, and each one has a pencil. I don't know if I told you that. Each one has just a fun pencil. It's either going to be just a colored pencil or a watercolor pencil. Like this is metallic Faber-Castell. And they're all going to be different. It might be yellow. You might get a brown one. You might get green. But they're good brands. So anyway, this is ready to go. $28, free shipping in the US. I cannot ship internationally. I am going to mark these off with your name. I don't have to put that it's paid or whatever. I felt bad because I did that last time, but I was doing that more for the person who was watching to let you know, yes, I got your payment. I wasn't trying to call anybody out. But if you comment and you want one, they are first come, first serve. And I will try to keep up this morning with YouTube, email, and Etsy and just mark them off as they're sold. 11 of these. I'm going to go ahead and put the numbers in the description, and I will put sold as they're sold. And then when they're sold out, there aren't any more. And of course, my link to PayPal will be there. $28, a lot of fun stuff in this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back really soon with some art journaling. I promise. I've been working in my newest art journal. Okay, bye for now.